Coach Saiful with your daily dose of math mastery, and today we're going to go into question number 1 of your assessment paper number 10. Now, these questions are pretty typical. Typical meaning that they are pretty normal. They are always show up in your math exams. So please look out for these kind of questions, okay? We're going to be going into a lot of problem sums from now on. For now in your assessment papers. But in class, we are going to be doing a lot more MCQ questions. Why? Because MCQ questions carry a more heavier weight. Okay, basically they have 60 out of 100 of your marks. Okay, so let's work on that in class. But for now, let's do our problem sums. Trust me, if you do everything, it's going to work out. All right, let's move on to question number 1. It says, Abigail, Benny, and Kathy, or ABC, have 550 marbles altogether. Okay, Abigail has thrice as many marbles as Benny. Kathy has 40 more marbles than Benny. How many marbles does Abigail have than Kathy? Okay, this question is very typical, very normal. So don't get very scared. Just chill out, relax, breathe, and now let's start doing it. So we write A, B, C. That's the first thing we do. We write A, B, and C. Okay. So Abigail, Benny, and Kathy have a total of how many? 550. So I don't know how big I'm going to draw the model, but I'm just going to write this down here. 550 marbles. Okay, Abigail has thrice as many marbles as Benny. So just looking at Abigail and Benny first. Abigail has thrice as many as Benny. What does that mean? Thrice. Thrice means 3 times. Very good. So we're going to draw 3 units for Abigail. And I'm going to draw 1 unit for Benny because it says it's 3 times as many as Benny. So 1, 2, 3, and my Benny here will have 1 unit only. Okay, correct? Yes, we are correct. The next part, it says that Kathy has 40 more marbles than Benny. So where's Kathy? Kathy is over here. So Kathy is here. So she has 40 more marbles than Benny. So she will have the same number of marbles as Benny, and then plus how many more? Plus another 40. Oops, sorry. Plus another 40. Can you use a different color? Oh, plus another 40 over here. Okay, so this is 40. Alright. Then it says that it asks you the question, how many more marbles does Abigail have than Kathy? Okay, so like I taught you a little new phrase in school, in class. What do we see here? What is the extra, or what's the nasi tambah? Is over here. This is the extra. Okay, so therefore, what you can tell is, if I take out this extra, what am I left with? I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 boxes, or 5 units. That's what they call them in math. So what we do is, we take the extra and we minus it off from the total. So 550 minus 40, you will get 510. Now 510 equals to how many units? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 units is equals to 510. So my question is, how many more marbles does Abigail have than Kathy? So Abigail has 2 units minus 40, right? So I need to find 1 unit first. What's 1 unit? 1 unit is 510 divided by 5. Very good. And we will get the answer of 102. Correct? 510 divided by 5. Now we have a bigger calculator, by the way. I can make that smaller. Give me a second. Bam! 102. Okay. So therefore, 1 unit is equal to 102. Now, let's just take a look at Abigail and Kathy, because those are the one that the question asked us for. So we have Kathy with 1 unit and 40. And we have Abigail with 3 units. So how many more marbles does Abigail have? Okay, so basically she has, let's find out what's Abigail one first. Abigail has 3. Okay, 3 units. And 3 units is equals to 3 times 102, which gives you the answer of 306. How much does Kathy have? Kathy has 1 unit plus 40. 1 unit plus 40. So 1 unit is what? 102. 102 plus 40 gives you 162. Oops, no space. So the final question is, how more does it have? She has 306 minus 162. Therefore, that will give you the how much more she has. So 306 minus 162 gives you the answer 144. Or another way of putting it is saying Abigail has 2 units minus 40. So 2 units is equals to 102 times 4 minus 40. That's wrong. 102 times 2 minus 40, which gives you the answer of 164. That's weird. What's going on? Hold on. Let me try to check again. 306 minus 162. 144. So 2 units gives me 102 times 2 minus 40. 164. That's weird. Where did I go wrong? Okay, let's take a look. 3 units is 3 times 102. That's correct, right? See, even I make mistakes. And this 1 unit plus is 102 plus 1 plus 40. Oh, that's where I went wrong. This is actually equals to 142. So therefore, 306 minus 142, and that gives me 164. I've been making a lot of mistakes in my calculation recently. I have no idea why. Okay, the answer is 164. If you got that one right, high five to you because you are a math prodigy. Good job. Alright, that brings me to the quote of the week. And the quote of the week is, if you work it, it will work out. Now, what do I mean? If you work it. If you work it means if you put your work into it. If you really do what I tell you to do, to redo these questions, to keep going through the basic concepts in class like we always do, everything will work out fine. You will get your A. Okay? If you let go of that fear, if you just move forward and be willing to try, things will work out. Trust me. Alright, with that, this is Coach Saiful signing off saying you are a math prodigy. Good job.